now we have centrifuged the 10% aliquots of all samples, and we have to remove the liquid. And here we have to be a bit careful so you don't pipette off the sample, right? If you look at the tube, you see it there in the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. There is a faint pellet there. So this is the 10% portion of what we started with. So what you do, you would kind of angle your tube like that and pipette from the opposite side of the pellet. Clearly, carefully from the top of the liquid. And we remove as much as possible of the liquid, and you are kind of left with the pellet there. You see it clearly when you have removed the liquid. And then you cap it, put it back on ice. Okay, now we are making the reaction mix for the determine or estimate input amount, which is a reaction mix and the 10% aliquots of our cross-linked nuclei pellets. We start with elution buffers. We are adding 92 of the buffer D. And we are adding 220 of enzyme D. This enzyme often have a precipitate, so you inspect it for precipitate. If it have a precipitate, you need to incubate at 37 degrees for 10 minutes, maybe longer. So take it out from the freezer and have it at room temperature for at least 30 minutes prior to use. So this seems to be okay now. If you check the protocol, it says also that you need to add this buffer E. That we are not adding to the mix, but we add it afterwards. We have added the mix. So we take the cell pellet, cross-linked. We make sure that this master mix is properly mixed. And then we are adding 209. That's it, and then we are adding 20 microliters of the buffer E. And is it mixed gently by petting? Okay, let's do that then. And then we'll see. So you see we have quite a bit of this is actually the low input. Let's see if we can pipette it. Oh yeah, it was maybe the buffer that has. So there are some precipitation in this reaction thing, so that's why we should follow the protocol. of adding the reagents. Like that. Okay, so everyone has helped out with mixing sample and reagents, and then we are good for the incubation. 30 minutes at 55, and then we do the reverse cross-linking thing overnight. So now we are continuing on this part where we do a bead cleanup of our digested product and do a qubit quantification and see how much we get. This number will tell us which olicot we made yesterday to use for the remaining prep. So it's important to take the correct amount of beads when you're doing this, making sure that you fill the tip.
That's the reason why I ate this kind of tube, because you put.
I usually clean it with some paper.
And then you add the beads to your sample, and then you do pipette mixing. Since this could be somewhat viscous, it's important to do good pipetting there, making sure that the whole volume. You have the choice of taking a larger tip and do the mixing of the sample and the beads, making sure that it's properly mixed. Then we're going to incubate the bead sample mixture for 5 minutes to have the DNA bind to the beads. And then we take off the supernatant, do an ethanol wash, and do a final elution in the kit provided elution buffer.